Hey YouTube, this is not a video that I really wanted to make, but I just felt like I needed to get this off my chest and talk about the incident and what happened. My dog Bella was outside under my car asleep, I guess. I didn't see her. She usually will run up to me or either just stay in her doghouse and sleep. So we've never had a problem with her really being under our cars or anything, so I didn't think to look under my car when I was leaving. But anyway, I get in my car, I turn the car on, turn the air on, do a couple things. So I mean, if she was under there, she would have had time to move, I'm sure, or try to move or wake up. And so I go to back out, and as I'm backing out, my car will not hardly reverse or whatever. Something's wrong with the wheel, I think. So I thought that my wheel fell off because I had a wheel bearing mess up in my other car, and my wheel kind of just fell off one day, and that's what it seemed like. Or I thought I have a really bad flat tire, like my tire's gone or something. So I back up, and like I said, I couldn't back up all the way. Something was wrong. I was gonna try to back up again, like push it and go again, but I said no, I'm just gonna stop and see what's wrong. So I cut my car off. I go around and look at the wheels at the front of my car, and I see my dog. The wheel is like this. Her head was right here, and this is the car, this is the right wheel, this is the left wheel. Her head was right here, and her body was hanging out like this, and the wheel was like right here. So her back end was like behind the wheel, and she was going poop everywhere. And I thought that I killed her and that she was releasing her bodily fluids because she was dead. So I called my mama. I didn't know if I should move the car to get it off of her. I saw that she was still taking some breaths, and I just knew I had to get somebody to help. So I called my mom, and she said, I'm on the way, but she's like 15 minutes away from me. So she was on her way. I ran to my neighbor's house. He saw what had happened, so he was coming out of his house to meet me, calling my name, and I told him what happened, and I said, I can't get her out from under the car. He comes over, and we grab my jack, and we try to jack up the car, but she's where my car's hard to jack up. So she was right where we need to put the jack to get her up, get it off of her. And he looked under there, and he said, I think she's hung on something. And I said, is it her collar? I'll cut her collar off. Like what? Like, how do I get her out? Like, is she alive? I mean, I didn't want to look under there because I didn't want to see her head. Like, I thought I was going to see her head squished, and I couldn't bear to see that. Ooh. So he said she was looking. I looked under there, and I saw her looking at me, and she just was scared, and I thought that she probably had internal injuries and she was going to die when we got her out. But that's why I had my mama on the way, so we could go to the vet. And we couldn't get the jack under there, so I went and got our other neighbor and said, can you come help us, before I knew that we couldn't use my jack. He came and looked, and he said, I'll go get my jack. So he got this big big jack and put it under the middle of my car and jacked my car up, and she came right out, running out. And we checked over her body and looked at her, and we saw a little bit of blood on her leg, blood on her lip, and I didn't know if it was coming from inside of her mouth at that time or what. So we washed her off. We got her water. She pottied more because it just scared the poop out of her. And we looked at everything, and she was she looked like nothing was broken. She wasn't limping or anything. But we still, me and my mama, when my mama came up right as she had got out from under the car, and my mom was happy to see her up walking, because I really thought she was dead and she was gonna die. Like, I thought she was gonna die. So we figured out that she probably didn't get hit by the wheel like that the wheel didn't go over any part of her body, that she was just hung like kind of in the, not the middle of the car, like to the right side of the car, but kind of hung under there somehow. I still don't know how. I don't know if it's just the way she had her legs positioned that she couldn't get up or what, but we took her to the vet, and they checked her out, and they said nothing was broken. Her breathing was good. They said she'd just probably be sore. So I could not ask for like a better scenario. And now she, we're just babying her, and she won't come, near the car, which is a good thing, because it could have been somebody that was visiting, because my friend was here before then. If she would have got under her car or something like that, but now hopefully she's broke from doing anything like that. So I didn't really want to tell everybody this, but that's what happened. I'm thankful that she is okay. She's like our little baby, and I still feel guilty. I had thought about it all night last night, and I couldn't sleep good, because I was just, thinking about how awful I felt that I ran over her. And so, but I've just been babying her a lot, and I'm very thankful of the outcome. So just be careful. Like, I can't imagine how people feel that have hurt a child or killed their animal. Like, I mean, I can't imagine how hard that would be for them to go through. And my heart goes out to people that have to deal with that. But I just thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you learn from my experience and my mistake.